Lions TV, this is your post-match analysis video for yesterday's 1-0 win on the road. Alex Neil's first win as Millwall manager in the league comes at Kenilworth Road. I said the player needed to step up and be counted, and they really dug in and fought for each other and the shirt. As always, let's kick off the show by taking a look at the 11 that the gaffer picked to start the match. And so it was Lucas Jensen in goal, Kramer right back, Joe Bryan left back, Tanganga and Cooper the central defence pairing. It was Bangura Williams in a 10 with Saville and Denor just behind him in the centre of the midfield. It was Callum Scanlon on the left, Duncan Watmore on the right, and as a lone striker, the big fucking Serbian. Just reflecting on the team sheet, the squad, should I say. I'm not going to put it on the screen, but no Macaulay Langstaff in the squad at all, and Tom Leahy was on the bench. So is something going on there? I did hear rumours last week from quite a reliable Notts County fan channel. Someone sent me the link that Macaulay Langstaff could potentially be going back on loan to Notts County. Or is it now the fact that when Alex Neil come in, he said he wants to try and invest in the youth, and we're bringing Bangura Williams through now as soon as Essay's gone out the door. So is it that sort of factor? I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll find out in time. But look, the game starts, and I thought it was really good value. I thought if you look at it as a two-game match, which it is, but you know, two game of two halves, you know what I'm talking about. I thought we did really well in the first half. It wasn't fantastic at times, but I felt that we had a lot of possession. I thought we was the dominant team in the first half, and we could have gone in 3-0 up at half time. I don't think Lucas Jensen had a save to make in that first half. I'm pretty sure that he didn't. And then after 10 minutes, we lose Callum Scanlon, and it's such a shame. Stretching off, well, hobbled off, so I say. They was going to bring the stretcher on, but he was right over by that side where the boxes used to be. It's just, they put some shitty temporary stand in there now. God knows, I know that's to do that for the Premier League, but why not try and build something a little bit better than a few blocks of Lego? But anyway, Scanlon limps off, which is a real shame, like I said, but he was replaced by Aaron Connolly. Now that, to me, is good news. It means the gaffer's got intent. He could have brought on Honeyman easily, and I don't think it would have gone down well with the fans. But there was a few options he could have gone with, and he chose to bring on Connolly, which was an attacking move in my mind. I've hammered Connolly. It's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, and I'll say fair play to him because he tweeted yesterday, or sorry, on his Instagram account, 3 points, dog shit penalty though. He's held his hands up. Fair play to him. I'm starting to quite like the way he comes across. He don't seem to give any fucks about the things he says on social media. He's just honest, basically. You know, he's not guarded or anything like that. But he came on and he really lit the game up. As I said, I've given him shit. And as I said, a bit tongue-in-cheek. He looked well off fitness, but I did say he looks like there's a player in there. And that week he's had with the squad since the last game, it really looks like he's pushed on. And I thought we'd done really well. He was part of everything good going forward for us in the first half. Kramer was outstanding as well yesterday, and it just shows that he's now going to come in with Danny Mack needing an operation, long-term ACL, and Ryan Leonard. I'll be surprised if you ever see him again in the Millwall shirt. We've not had a lot of news on that, but it's quite a substantial injury, they've told us. Now, Ryan Leonard is 32 years old, so if he's done his calf, he snapped it, whatever, long-term, or his Achilles, I think it was his calf. If he's out long-term, he's going to struggle to get back to this sort of level. I hope he doesn't, because I think he's great. I never used to like him when he turned up, but he's going to find it difficult at his age, and Danny Mack is going to be out very long term, and he's out of contract at the end of the season. I think the club will look after Danny Mack. Been here since a kid, of course, Millwall fan, so I'm sure they'll offer him another year at least, or probably a year to be honest, to try and get himself fit and get back into the groove of it. But with those two absent, I thought Kramer was absolutely outstanding yesterday, playing in a new team, in a position, I don't think that's his main position, I'm pretty sure he's a centre-back, but he got down the wing. A couple of his crosses were a bit wayward, but again, that will come with more understanding of his teammates. Not that any of them were sitting behind the goal where we were, but you know, more game time in the division, more confidence, and I'm sure he'll get even better, which is scary because I thought he was absolutely brilliant yesterday. And at the other end, as I said, Connolly come on and was part of everything good going forward for us. He has the first one where Kramer plays him in, he takes a touch, he shoots, it's a good save from their goalkeeper. I'm not sure why the ref pulled it back, but I'm not overly concerned about that, you know, showing glimpses. Someone said in my comments earlier on social media before I filmed this video, we was going down the middle yesterday. We looked a lot better because we kept coming down the middle, and he's not wrong. If you look, that chance come from that, and our goal came from that, which I'll get onto later. But Connolly kept plugging away. He had another good effort that was well saved by the goalkeeper, pushed away for a corner, and then from the resulting corner, it was a little bit of a bundle and a scrap in the corner. Saville and Cooper done really well to keep that on the pitch, and then it goes to Connolly again, And he did what he did when he came on. I wasn't at the Cardiff game, the game before that. Can't remember who it was now. But he done a couple of step overs and he kept losing it. But this time, obviously, with a little bit more fitness under his belt and a little bit more time with his squad and match time, he's done a double little step over, gone past their player, blatant penalty, stonewaller. And then he wants to pick the ball up and he wants to take the responsibility himself, which I'm all over. And I'll never knock anyone for that part of missing a penalty. But again, if you watch our away day vlog, I'll put the link in at the end of this video. My mate's not a Millwall fan and he said, did you choose those seats to sit there right behind that partner? Well, firstly, you know, as Millwall fans, we know you don't choose seats. You sit where you fucking like at away games. Not the way that hard, but that's just the way it is. And mostly at home games as well. Although you could get a clip from someone if you're sitting in their regular season ticket seat at a den. But no, I love the ground. I love the old school of it and the way it is. And it's just a fucking brilliant away day. So Connolly wins the penalty, wants to step up. And as I said, I couldn't really see it from where I could. If you watch the away day vlog, by the way, and you think, why is it Geezer not filming the game? I can't film the game. Any goals I put on, I'll get done for copyright and I'll get in trouble with the club. So I'll have the camera here, sort of chest height. So I could see it just about. And in real time, it looked to me like the goalkeeper dived to his left and saved it. Watched it back, of course, highlights this morning, Sky Sports, and the extended highlights as well. It's just dolly straight down the middle. And they said on the commentary, if you're going to do that, you've got to lift it. But I've seen people pass it straight down the middle and everyone go, fucking what a penalty. Cool, calm and collected. As I said, he's held his hands up on social media and said dog shit penalty. I think that's a fair analysis from Connolly, and I hope that doesn't affect his confidence. He did go a bit quiet in the second half, but we didn't perform as well as a team. And I'm guessing, although he came on quite early, so I'm assuming he probably, you know, run out of gas a little bit in the second half. So he's had two chances. One was given for offside or a foul for fuck knows what for, but he still pulled a good save out of the goalkeeper. The other one, he won the corner, good save out of the goalkeeper. And then the third one, he wins the penalty and then misses it. So as far as I'm concerned, we was good value to be in the lead at half time. A lot of people around me going, man, that was shit. This is no good. I didn't agree. I thought we did enough to be in front in the game. And we've got to remember, I did say in my video, I think more of a rant than a preview on Thursday. I still think there's positives to take. We've still got players to come back. We've got Coburn, Amaku and Aziz to come back still. So, all right, it's shit on a little bit because we've lost Scanlon now. And it didn't look good, did it? Let's be honest. And I'm sure he's going to be absolutely devastated. I'm gutted for him because he showed flashes of brilliance and he looked like a really capable player. I don't know. It's very hard to say why these players just keep getting injured when they turn up at our football club. Not sure if he's been injury prone. We know Coburn has in the past, and hopefully we pray that it wasn't as bad as it originally looked. But there's definitely positives to take. Kramer's come in. He's a permanent Millwall player. Connolly's come in. He's a permanent Millwall player. If he does the business, we'll sign him. The Serb, which we'll get onto. So I don't know Steve Gallen. I'm not over the moon with Steve Gallen. There's definitely something going on, and there was definitely some sort of conflict between him and Neil Harris, I believe, in my opinion. It's just an opinion. But I've got to say this, and a lot of people are gunning for Gallen, and I say just that he's not mine, I'm just not sure on him. But I don't care what he's like as a person. I think the players that he has signed are fucking good. It's looking good for the future still. And I've got this bet on with my mate, who's an Arsenal fan. He's going, you're fucked now, blah, blah, blah. We've only got to finish in the top 12, basically, for Millwall to win my bet, because Arsenal had to win a major trophy. He tried to make out the Carabao Cup was won, which it is, and it's a Mickey Mouse Cup, and looks like they're going to be out of that anyway, because they lost the first leg 2-0 to Newcastle. So we've lost our manager, he's left, club legend again, new managers come in, a lot of injuries, and look, we're not fucking sitting where Plymouth are, we're still very, very there or thereabouts, and we're in the ascendancy. So for me, I still think it can be a strong season. I don't think we'll make the top 6, but it will be nice to go on a little run, like we usually do this time of year, and we kick on. I've veered massively off. Let's get into the second half. It wasn't a non-event, like I said in my full-time reaction yesterday, and two bad sides. It become quite scrappy. Luton started hurting us from long dives into the box, from set pieces and open play, and they cottoned on to that, and I think that's why they brought on Adebayo, I think his name is. One of the two, close enough. And then they started peppering us, and they was winning. Pete, you could probably hear Pete screaming behind me if you watched the away days vlog, that Colton Morris kept getting on the end of a lot of headers. And they had a little bit of possession, a little bit of pressure at that point. But I still felt that the game was there for the taking. I felt that the players responded, not to what I've said, because I'm sure Alex Neil has said what I've said and what you've all said. I nearly said man up. You're not supposed to say that anymore. But I'm talking on a football pitch and as a footballer. just through pure aggression and sort of togetherness and I was going to say love for each other, and aggression. We do not let this fucking slip now, to quote Steven Gerrard. We make sure we get this game over the line. Snot blowing, gum showing, as Roy Passy famously once said. Some of you might know who Roy Passy is, a lot of you won't, but he was one of our football coaches to a lot of boys locally. To me, when I was a kid, he's a really high-level coach, and he sort of dropped down to juniors in his older years. But snot blowing, gum showing, you fucking be horrible out there. And yesterday they was. And then they showed that by the big bundles that went on, and they're all piling in, Tanganga getting involved, and Cooper when someone goes in on their goalkeeper. And just that desire and toughness and resilience and togetherness, bodies on the line. I really felt that we showed that in the second half. So even though I felt we was by far the better side of the first half and created good footballing chances, nice patterns of play, nice moves, I enjoyed the second half for what it was. Was it digging in? No, because Colton Morris is headed one wide. And they've had another couple of goal mouth scrambles. But there was one save I think Jensen had to make, which was comfortable, which he just tipped round his right-hand post for a corner. Getting into our chances, well, of course, I'm going to talk about our goal. Great hold-up play by the Serb. He lays it off the north of Bangura Williams, and Bangura Williams goes down the middle when he just goes, clip, fuck off. Listen, again, I'm going to say something now. I'm going to say something about the Serb, which I've already said, and I'm going to say about Bangura Williams. It's not a dig at either of them. We, as Millwall fans, require workhorses. We predominantly have workhorses at Millwall. They're not the best players in the world, but they're fucking tough, and they get stuck in and they give everything for their shirt, which they do at most clubs. But I just honestly feel that there's that little edge at Millwall. And it's good to have 11 of those. Now, Bangura Williams come off the bench and scored against Dagenham. A brilliant goal. He's on the pitch 25 minutes. He then put together the brilliant assist where he nutmegged the number 3 for Cardiff about 8 times and absolutely mugged him. Other than that, in that game, I didn't feel he did too much. Right, he's still getting into the swing of it. He's still young, so I'm not digging him out whatsoever. And he still tries hard. But other than that, he didn't offer too much in the game. And the same yesterday. But what Bangura Williams have got and what Ivanovic have got is moments of brilliance and match-winning moments of brilliance. And that's what you need. You can't have 11 workhorses, in my opinion. I don't care if Ivanovic might go missing for part of the game. And he still grafts, and I still think he needs more service. But I said it not too long ago. I think it was after maybe when he scored at Derby at home, and then he scored maybe another goal. I don't know, he had a volley as well in one game. I can't remember who it was against. From the like a Van Basten style, from wide angle, their goalkeeper saved it. He didn't score. And I said, get off the Serbs' back, give him more service. But what he has got, regardless of any of that, whether he gets service or not, is he's got a moment of magic in him. I said it about 6 weeks ago. I might maybe try and find it and clip it up just to get my own back for all the ones I got wrong, like I say. But look, it happens again. And Bangura Williams again, okay, he tried hard. He's still getting into first team football. He's come from non-league and made this jump very, very quickly. But I don't care. As long as he grafts, he can flit in and out of games. But if he can find us that fucking magic moment, and as good as a ball as it was, by the way, clips up to Ivanovic, he still had a fucking lot to do, Serb. Don't forget the finish, because we're going to get onto it. But acknowledge the way he brought it down on his chest and then took one touch and then fuck off. What a fucking strike. The only shame from yesterday was that it wasn't at our end. That's what I said after. I left there yesterday, right, 8 in the morning. We got into the ground by the time I'd done a pick-up in Bexley, pick-up in Greenhive, pick-up in Wolfen Abbey. Henry took us the wrong way on the... You know, I'll sort the sat-nav, so I'm talking to Kenny. We shot straight past Luton. We rocked into that ground that literally was like the SAS yesterday. We was fucking in and out. We got there about 25 past 12 as we walked down again. If you watch the away days vlog, you'll see literally walks up as the players were coming onto the pitch. I like to get there a little bit earlier, so does Kenny. He weren't happy, but when is that guy happy? Ivanovic scores a goal, brilliant goal, and then he celebrates, he runs all the way. I know it's just nothing to do with the game. There was a little section just to the left of us, and I'm not really me, but a lot of people wankering him off all game. After the game, Ivanovic went over there. I think it was his family. So I think there was a little friends and family section. We thought they were a Luton fan, so apologies if he was sitting in that section. You got a little bit of abuse from our fans. We just thought you was part of the Luton clique who could be on for a do double relegation. After that, we had other chances. Ivanovic hits a volley into the ground. That one, and then Kaminsky gets back and tips it over. That one, I felt he probably could have took a touch. Sky commentator said the same thing, but again, he's hit the target. He could have had a hat-trick yesterday, and then for the resulting corner, again, we're right up the other end and we're fucking down the front behind them pylons. So you're low. You can't really see a lot, to be honest. And he gets a really good flick header, which again, Kaminsky does really well to save with his feet. And then after that, it was what I said earlier. It was digging in time. They peppered us with a lot of balls into the box, but we stood strong, and you could just tell yesterday the players were up for it. They wanted to protect each other. They wanted to protect the lead as well. They wanted to give the fans the 3 points, and we saw the game out, but not before yet another injury. Lucas Jensen stretchered off. Someone said to me, I think he was milking out and he was trying to waste a little bit more time. I don't think you get stretched off to waste time. Liam Roberts come on, and even at full time, he was fucking loving it, Liam Roberts. Part of the squad, you know, really involved in it. So hopefully, or not hopefully, but I think you're probably going to get a look at him now more, maybe sooner than we would have liked. I like Jensen. I know he's divides opinion a little bit in our group chat. He did come for one cross yesterday. He was in no man's land, but one cross out of the amount that got flown into the box. It's a clean sheet he's got to take credit for, really, having played 94, 95 minutes of the game. So we see it out, and it's a brilliant 3 points. I'm hoping it's a turning point. I did mark this block of games where we was playing 6 games and 5 of the teams were in the bottom 6, and I said we need to take double figures from these games. So what we were 3 games in already, and we won 1, lost 1 and drawn 1, so 4 points. So really we need to win those next 2, and that is against Plymouth away, and that is against Pompey away on Tuesday. I'll be there. I forgot what day it was. It's my fucking birthday on Tuesday. In between that, we've got QPR at home as well. But we need to go to Pompey now with a belief. We need to try and build on this, and don't do a Millwall. Don't be inconsistent from one half to the next. We've got through 90 minutes of being consistent. Let's try and build a bit of consistency. Because as I said, we usually go on these runs, don't we, around about January. You usually start a little bit earlier, and then you start seeing all these stats appearing on social media. Bolkowski has had more clean sheets than Real Madrid. It does happen. It happens a lot of years for us, and it's definitely a pivotal time. The top 4 are gone. Only 2 of them 4 are going up. I don't think we're going to go up, but the top 6 to get in and around it would be nice. We're pulling away a bit now from the derbies of this world and the Plymouths of this world. I watched Hull against Sheffield United on Friday night. Hull will be absolutely nowhere near the relegation zone on their showing. Great fucking team, well organised by a good new manager, and that Kamara's absolutely red hot, and Shock, he's from Lambeth as well. By the way, we hammered our team for losing to Hull at home, and we was shit. They've now won 3 away games in a row. They've got Callum O'Hare, Gustavo Hamer, Jesrak Saki, Kiefer Moore. All right, he was injured and Hamer was suspended. They've got Tyrese Campbell. They've got Ryan Brewster and Tom Cannon, and they couldn't score against Hull. So we need to, you know, maybe sometimes, like I said, I don't think this season is a disaster. We didn't start great first few games. We were on a mad unbeaten run. We was doing really well. We was nearly 4th at one point. We was 1-0 up at Stoke. And we've lost our manager. New manager's come in. There's been a bit of unrest. And we ain't fucking nosedived down the division. We still haven't lost a game by more than a single goal all season. So we're not, you know, we're all right. We're 4 points from our last 2 games now in the league. And it's something to build on. Let's just hope we can start building on it and don't do a Millwall and go completely the other way. Pompey lost 5-1 yesterday to West Brom away in Tony Mowbray's first game in charge. Jed Wallace was back in the team. Captain has scored. I'm not telling you because I like Jed that much. I'm telling you because the Pompey keepers dropped the first 2 in the net, by the way. And they've been absolutely obliterated. They're quite strong at home, Pompey, but shit away. But I'm hoping after that 5-1 drubbing, I'm hoping well, listen, they can leave the keeper if they want. He's going to be shaky as fuck. But if they drop the keeper, on the bench as their number 2, they've got the worst goalkeeper in the history of professional football, and that is a man that goes by the name of, do you know what, I didn't even want to say it, Jordan Archer. So there's an opportunity here to try and build on this and get another away win. Do you know what? We'll probably go and beat Pompey and lose to fucking QPR home, but I'm shitting on other videos. There will be a preview up tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out the away days vlog, because I do like doing them once I've done them, but to do it all day and then to sort through the footage, which I did at 6 o'clock this morning until about 8:30, and then editing it just takes a fucking long time for not a lot of views. But I know that a lot of people who live abroad and can't get there anymore, etc., etc., like to watch them. So give us some love. I'll link it in at the end. As I said, that's your post-match analysis done. 3 points on the road. Alex Neil's first win in the league as Millwall manager. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.